Hey everybody, Matt, IronTrap Garage. Today we're doing a video on the 39 Mercury. Wasn't going to call it a project, but it's now become a project again. So in the last couple videos, we did some slight adjustments. We adjusted the suspension, to get the car sitting a little bit better, and then we kind of did some discovery by removing the interior, the headliner, and trying to track down all of the mouse smell that was in this car. And we found a lot of it. We found some rust. If you missed those videos, check them out. So basically what we were trying to get ready for is adjusting the roof on the car. So 3940 Mercuries, the roof is very unfortunate on them. The Fords looked a lot better. These cars, I think it does a lot for them when you start correcting the roof that I think they got a little wrong. So what we're going to be working on in the next series of videos, not just this video, is cutting the car, lowering the roof, and all the work that goes into that, which is a lot. So we're not going to try and put that all in one video, and we're going to just today's video show laying out the chop and some of the different ways that people chop these. I've been studying a bunch of them. This is my first one doing a 3940 Merc, so I'm going to be learning as I go, but I've studied a lot of stuff, bracing the car up, getting everything ready to cut, and you know, getting our plan of attack ready. And I don't know, maybe we'll cut it. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes and if we need to get a video out by the end of this. So let's get started. All right, so we have all our tape on and our lines scribed and all that good stuff. Threw a bunch of tape on near the, Steve wrote this, which is kind of funny. Crime scene, do not cross. So put a bunch of tape on down here just to try and help from where I'm laying tools and different things that I didn't want to totally scratch up. I'm probably going to put a little more tape in here after we get a little further, but we may have to cut in there anyway. So we have all that laid out, have our lines scribed. So there's a couple ways I wanted to quick talk about chopping these Mercs. I am by no means an expert. Like I said, this is my first one I've done. Looking at the way a bunch of people do these, there's like a million ways to do it. One thing that seems to be universally accepted and is kind of the helps with the car is chopping on these Mercs. They have this big forehead right here. And on some of the really earlier chop cars, so the Zorro Merc is one of the cars I really like. It's an early Barris car that Sam and George did back in the day, and it is one of the first 3940 Mercs that I ever saw that was chopped, and or old photos. I think it was one of the first done. So they didn't necessarily on those early cars raise the windshield opening here. So what's been universally accepted is people cut right here, and you can see my scribe line maybe. You cut up and around, cut the windshield opening, the top windshield opening out, and you actually raise it up and get rid of some of this forehead. It does a couple things. It gives you an inch of extra windshield opening after you chop it. So it makes everything more proportional, and then it gets rid of some of this forehead. So it does two things at once. I think it's a really good thing to do these. It always looks good. Bunch of extra welding, but I think it's worth the effort. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I decided on 4.5 inches is what I'm going to do in the windshield opening area. So doing all my measurements and everything, it ends up putting the front, the windshield, and the rear window opening very, very close to the same size at this vertical point here at its tallest point. So that's what I really like that when stuff's symmetrical, and since we're not touching the rear window, that kind of allows you to shrink the front window windshield down to that. So the other thing we're doing is we're going to cut out around the windshield rear window opening, and we're going to actually be taking that completely off. So we're going to cut around that opening there. Eventually the sail panel area is going to have to get cut out. I made just a scribe up around there where that is going to, we're going to have to make some cuts eventually, and then I have a scribe down here at the bottom that's right above where those trim holes were that we're going to cut all the way around to separate the roof and the back. Of course, we're going to have to cut the B-pillar out, which we're just going to lop off straight. Some of the cars, this is a big thing, the Matranga Merc, is the car where they did like a hard top here. So they actually built the window frames stainless to give it more of that hard top look. I don't really know what I would say. It's not technically a hard top actually, but so they do that way, and some people end up angling these. That's another way to do it. So there's a bunch of ways to do this. Depends what you like. I think I'm going to actually leave this pillar straight. Again, some of the earlier cars I looked at that I'm kind of using as a guide is that they're straight like that. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to get some wrecking devices out here, and the first thing I need to do as far as cutting goes, I got to cut that. There's like an A-pillar brace. Let me see if I can turn the light in there. So there's a A-pillar brace, or not A-pillar, geez, windshield bracing. That's it. Header bracing that is all rotted out actually, and it needs to be cut out to get repaired anyways. So we're going to cut all that bracing out so we can get in there and Cleco things and hammer and dolly and weld and all that stuff. So I'm going to cut that out. That's about the only bracing I have to cut out. Of course, you see I have all the body braced in here back to the trunk area, across the door openings, all of that stuff that's going to help keep everything supported and so nothing goes crazy out of square. So that's where we're at. Let's start cutting. still smells like mice.
What's that?
I still got more micey goodness.
Oh, cut in the front, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, more stuff was falling out. Clear all that out so it doesn't smolder all weekend.
Yeah.
That thing was toast. Mice made good work of that. Okay. Fine. Yeah. guess they led that in.
We don't need that where we're going.
Nope. Okay, that's free. Is that filming?
Yes.
Okay. Everything cut, I just gotta cut like a sliver.
Oh, buddy.
Serious business. You shouldn't be having fun. Wrecking this poor car. Pick up just a little bit.
Oh, no, there it goes.
Hate
Oh,
that
no.
That fitting is terrible. Alright. Are we free?
Nope.
Does appear that way.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, except for Mike, he's got the
No, I'm
airline.
good, I'm good, I'm good. Just get that wire. Got the wire.
Oh, okay.
Moonlight wire's gone, sorry. Wrecking it again.
Yep.
Hey, look at that. Now we have
Son of a bitch.
Figure Monday I can back do our truck.
Got it?
Yep.
Convertible. Done. End video.
Where can I put this where it's
All right, and that's how you make a convertible 39 Mercury. Thanks guys for following along. It's been a lot of fun. No, so that was the first step of doing the process. A lot of time spent in laying everything out and getting things prepped. The cutting always takes like no time at all. It's just all the steps to get everything sorted. Roof's cut off. We left on the extra that we're going to chop off is still obviously on here. I have to do that in the next video. So what we're going to work on in the next video is making these cuts and starting to fit it together and get the flow right. That is a huge process. Then you have to start making stuff fit and weld it. Start tacking it together so that it kind of stays where it needs to be. And then you got to fill in the gaps. So there's a big, big project, and we, again, like I said in the beginning, we don't want to try and stuff all that into one video. So that's all we have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we probably lost a handful of subscribers that were still maybe around from the ruined Roadster. Now we've fully wrecked another car, ruined it. So thanks guys, catch you later.